Coach, it is a beautiful night for football here in the Midwest as we are at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Set, 15 run, 15 run. 80 weapon. Hey, Foxtrot. Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down.
They good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll drop the throw. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
36. Hatchet. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, he'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 34 yards there and a first down. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Vaughn. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
218, chop it. Gone. Switch it. Come here, switch it. Watch. Leo.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Key 26. Hey, echo. 5.
Now Allen. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Point after, right down the middle. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Got it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Alpha. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An excellent pickup, 4 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
61, matchbox lights.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now, the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On third down, this is Jackson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Going for it on 4th down, Allen, and able to find Conley. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They run on first down with Jackson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. It's Vaughn. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Jackson. And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line. Okay, ready?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. This is Breida on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
You draw careful. First and goal at the 6-yard line. Go. 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modest.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Allen now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Right here, guys. Spike 51. Mike 51. Check 24. Check 24. Check 99. Ready.
Allen now looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Looking to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The Chiefs on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch out. Go out. Snap.
They'll run again with Jackson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
6-6, pull it high, get it.
And here's Allen, operating from the gun. It's caught by Jackson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Here we go. 90, Wolf.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Let's go. 60 or. Back to the west. Snap.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing is Allen on third. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
8-3. Score, score.
Now a give, right side. Jackson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. On third down, Jackson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check 25. Check 25. Check 25.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
70.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Delta. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
To throw, it's Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
64.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. On the run, this is Jackson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
132 fighter. Hey, C6. C6.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, Wahoo!
We got 4. We got 4.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd. And final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Allen going to go on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Chiefs, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.